Should we-
Well, you can come in now and see.
His house after all.
See something going on outside, though.
Does he?
Well, in my room. And welcome back to On Good Terms. Oh, she's closing the window. Welcome back to On Good Terms. I'm Eric.
And I'm Elise.
And we are
On Good Terms.
And there we go.
We got a lot of shit to talk about today, don't we?
Yeah, shall we start with the monologue?
Absolutely. Wait, can I try one sip of this and give you a review?
Yeah, give me a review of
I'm
the
really
hard
afraid because
kombucha.
the other two flavors from this pack tasted like vinegar.
She only likes it if she's already kind of drunk, which luckily she is. So
Luckily.
we'll see.
Maybe I'm biased, but it's kind of good.
There you go. What did I say?
I'm a little drunk and it tastes delicious.
Some media figures on the right are criticizing the Barbie movie by calling it woke. Personally, I think the police brutality scene was tastefully done. There's a lot of movie stuff in here. That's the
No, I
only
like
news
this.
this week. Oppenheimer just hit the theaters, making it the second biggest movie bombing next to The Flash. The Flash bombed in theaters.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not funny.
You
It's
could do,
just
honestly,
observing.
you could do a little better than that.
That wasn't an attempt at anything. I was just like,
Okay,
bombs.
okay. Bombs was good. You could have done a little better. I'm only saying that because I believe in your capability.
I
Keep going.
appreciate it. Well, hopefully I'll make it up in this monologue.
Okay, don't say the one that you said over dinner.
I won't.
Okay.
The Sound of Freedom movie has faced criticism over its overtly Christian tones. If I wanted religion shoved down my throat during a movie, I would simply transport back to 2011 when my rabbi made me sit on his lap during Schindler's List. Was that one all right?
Yeah. Okay.
The Actors Guild has recently gone on strike with the writers, prompting a stoppage of Netflix television shows. This is a disaster for all the tasteless dipshits that actually watch original Netflix programming.
Okay, that's
I
good.
got one more.
Yeah, I like that.
Funny side, the Kentucky Derby winning horse has unfortunately just passed away.
Oh.
The body will be shipped to China where they will be serving him funny side up.
All right.
That wasn't even trying to be racist. I just looked up countries that eat horse, and China eats the most horse out of anyone.
I would say I feel like I've actually I think a lot of places eat horse.
China eats the most because there's a lot of people
Well,
there.
I was
but
going to say per capita. Like what country per capita eats the most horse?
Kazakhstan.
Yeah, exactly.
But Kazakhstan isn't as funny as China.
Yeah.
China.
Yeah. Okay, sure. I like that. That was good.
Thanks.
I think you could have done something with the horse. It passed away from a stub toe or something because people shoot. Remember how they shoot horses?
I spent the least amount of time. Well, I spent the least amount of time in the Oppenheimer one. That just came to mind. But
Yeah.
the horse one, I was just like, funny side. Oh, that's like
Sounds like
that,
sunny side
I didn't
up.
spend any time.
Okay,
on
no,
that.
I like that one. That was a little clever.
Yeah,
That was pretty good.
yeah. But really, if you watch original Netflix shows that aren't BoJack Horseman, you're most likely
I was
a
just
dipshit.
gonna say, yeah.
Like
There's a few good
They
ones.
all suck.
There's a few
What
good
are
ones.
the good ones?
I don't know. I think there's some
You sucks.
anything that's good. I'm afraid that I like a few shows that I don't realize are Netflix shows because I like them. So they have a few good ones that I just don't associate with the rest of them.
Like what?
I don't fucking know. I don't know is what I'm saying. I'm just afraid someone's going to catch me in a lie.
It's not embarrassing to like it. Like BoJack Horseman.
BoJack Horseman fucking rocks.
That's an amazing show.
You ever seen Gossip Girl?
Yeah, but that's not a Netflix show.
No, it's not.
It was
It's-
around a long time before that.
Yeah, I know. I was just curious because I'm rewatching Gossip Girl and it's fantastic. So
I haven't watched it, but I know that it's a good show. I know a lot of people have
Thank
watched
you,
it. I
thank
don't
you.
think I enjoy it, but
I don't think you would either. But
if
I'm
you watch 13 or you're most likely a shit.
13 Reasons Why.
No, 7? What's the one of the fucking Ghost Girl?
Ghost
The Addams
Girl.
Family spinoff or some shit.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I haven't seen it, but it's well regarded. Is that a word?
You must have shit for brains.
Or you could just
if
be
you
a
watch any of
child.
that. Exactly. And children have shit for brains.
Okay.
If you're over the age of 17
I don't know
and
if
you're watching you, You got shit for brains.
I watched you.
I watched the first season and I was like, fuck, this is a show for people with donkey brains.
Well, call me, yeehaw, bitch. I think the first season, I watched that over age 18 and I'm pretty sure I enjoyed it. I think I watched 2 seasons, actually, and I think I liked both of them.
Well, you got to get examined for donkey brains.
Fuck. Damn it.
You might have donkey brains. Or shit for brains. Or just be a numbskull.
Okay. I could probably live as any of those.
I think numbskull's the best one.
I like numbskull. We should bring that back as like a insult. Doesn't really hit.
Yeah. I can reread the joke with numbskull. The Actors Guild has recently gone on strike with the writers. The Screen Actors Guild has recently gone on strike with the writers, prompting a stoppage of Netflix television shows. This is a disaster for all the tasteless numbskulls that actually watch original Netflix programming.
Wait, this is so Lana Del Rey. Listen. You know in that one song when she hits her vape?
No, actually, I only listened to 2 of her albums. I don't know if that's one
I think it's one of them, but...
You see what she's up to? Lana Del Rey,
working at Waffle House. Good for her.
She wants to be white trash so bad.
She was like, honestly, good for her, because when you're rich, you forget what it's like.
I hope she gets into a fight, like a real classic
I honestly
fight.
kind of like love the idea. I think everybody in their life should just like maybe like once a year have to work like an 8-hour service industry shift and just be humbled. I
think once you reach $5 million net worth, you should have to work a service industry shift.
I totally agree. I think it humbles you. I think it teaches. I honestly like. I think it literally like by law. I think everyone should at gunpoint be forced if you're worth more than $5 million. Like once to twice a year, you've got to work like a brunch shift or like an over. I think it would just be better for humanity.
Yeah, it would develop a sense of empathy. I say 5 million because a million's not what. This is a story I was told. My great aunt, my dad's aunt, she was like in a bookstore or library when she was like a little older, and some older guy came up to her and started trying to like hit on her and shit. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I'm a millionaire, and this is like in 2000 too. And she's like, $1 million isn't what it used to be. Like being a millionaire. Good for her. Yeah, being a millionaire is not. But being a
millionaire, especially
billionaire is a new millionaire.
I was just saying, also depending on where you live, like. If you're if you're a New York City millionaire, you're what, upper middle
homeless.
Class?
You're basically homeless.
No, literally. So it's kind of like what is the true sense of wealth?
A millionaire in Nebraska is like a Saudi Arabian prince.
No, literally. So what does that make? What the fuck is their name? They got a line of makeup and they Jeffree Star.
Kardashian. Oh, Jeffree Star. Do they live in Nebraska?
I think they live like in the middle of. I think it's like Wyoming. I think they literally run like a ranch.
Well, that's like the new celebrity. A bunch of people from Beverly Hills who are tired with the lib property taxes have moved to like Wyoming, Nebraska, Montana. Yeah. Like Kanye.
Like Kanye.
He has a ranch out there.
And like the guy who's in Breaking Bad. I know this. He lives in Idaho, which I learned via his...
Bryan Cranston?
No, other one. Aaron Paul. Yeah.
Okay.
Via architectural DS.
Because they can they can already afford like mansions in Beverly Hills, but they can afford mansions plus like 20 acres of land.
Oh, absolutely.
In like a Midwestern flyover state.
You just got to download Zillow and just see what's out there because there's a lot out there for you.
When I was a kid, my dream was to go to Bowling Green State University in Ohio, become an occupational therapist, and then live in a large like $200,000 house down there. That was my dream, to live in Ohio.
When you were in 8th grade?
No, like all through high school. Up until like junior, senior year.
That was your big dream?
Go to Bowling Green State, live in a $250,000 house with a shit ton of land. My dream before that was more unrealistic. When I was in middle school, I wanted to go to Duke and be a lawyer for like the ASPCA.
Well, that's very endearing.
Like an animal rights lawyer.
That's so endering. Yeah, why have you never mentioned that?
I'm fucking too dumb to go to Duke and become a lawyer.
That's not true. That's not true.
It's no, I'm not too dumb to go to Duke. I'm too lazy to go to Duke.
Yeah, that's a much better assessment.
Yeah.
No, you're not even too lazy. You're focused on other things. That's really... I'm actually like a little bit in shock that for 3 years your dream was to go to...
Probably longer than... For a while, I was like, I'm going to go to Duke, become a lawyer, and be a lawyer for like animal rights organizations.
Yeah. I'm talking about your dream of Ohio.
Oh, yeah, occupational therapy. I couldn't even tell you what that is, but
I don't know what that is either.
I was just looking up like easiest high paying, and for some reason, like Bowling Green State University is like a top tier occupational therapy program.
Did you apply? What? So
No,
what crushed
by the
this
time I
dream?
started applying to colleges, I was like, I don't want to go to Ohio.
Yeah.
Also, my parents had a 4-hour limit for me, so that 4-hour
that'll
driving
do it.
limit. Yeah,
That is so funny that was your dream. I'm not surprised, like, really at all, but that's very funny to me.
I'd go on Zillow and like look at houses and be like, all right, I'll move into this house that will be available in 12 years at the same exact price point.
I don't even fucking know what I think for a long time, I did the same thing. I looked up like best paying jobs and I was like, oh, perfect. So, and like, I was like, I'll just be like a software engineer. I was like, no problem. I'll just like go to MIT and be a software engineer.
Oh yeah, easy money.
Like, no problem. This is when I was like 10 or 11. And I like was like, yeah, like that's the job that makes the most money. And I like didn't have any concept of anything. So I was like, I'll just enter the work and I'll black out and I'll come home and I'll have so much money. And I was like, just thinking about it. And then I was talking to my dad and he was like, you want to be like me? And I was like, no, absolutely fucking not. And he was like, well, he's and I was like, oh, you're a software engineer? That blows. You don't have any money and you don't like your job.
Well, some people accidentally end up in the same field, the exact same job as their father.
Yeah. No hate to that. Especially when you're like good at it.
Yeah, it's the genes.
Yeah.
We were at dinner earlier. You said there was some stuff you wanted to save for the podcast. I can't remember for the life of me what it was, but because you didn't say you want to save it, but.
Oh, no. I was saying that in response to you. You kept talking and I was saying like, let's save this for the podcast because.
What was I talking about?
Your 2 date. Should we talk about her? Is she too serious? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to bring her up and then have her like listen back to these episodes and I don't want to be like a bitch.
I don't plan on bringing up the podcast to her anytime soon, but if
she likes you the way that she says she does, she might find it.
Yeah.
And she's going to come over. She might come over and how are you going to explain this?
I'm going to say my ex.
You probably shouldn't say anything. You should just be like, oh, this is part of my studio.
Well, I don't want to lie.
Well, it's not a lie. I just, if she walks in, she's gonna be like,
So one of the guy I had over Saturday to record, he came over. He was like, "Oh, you do podcasts in here?" Because there's a mixing board and a green screen and 2 microphones.
What could it be?
It's music. It's for music videos.
Yeah, that's true. I don't want to talk shit.
If it becomes a thing, I'll mention the podcast, and my thing's gonna be like. I think it's weird if you're like, yeah, I have a podcast with my ex-girlfriend, but if it's like my ex-girlfriend is actually gay and has no attraction to me, then it's easier.
Yeah, because I'm not really like a threat.
No, exactly. I just need to establish that you're not a threat, and then I think it'll be smooth sailing from there.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, no, I think this girl does like really. She called me a social butterfly. Am I a social butterfly? She was like, do you want to meet my roommates? I was like, yeah, I'm a social guy. I'll talk to your roommates. And she was like, oh, yeah, I mean, you're a social butterfly. Like, you'll talk to anyone. I was
Maybe she was being sarcastic?
No, because the 2 times I've been out with her, I like shut up everyone I see.
But you also, like, you are very social. You're very capable of being social. You were in a fraternity. Like, you're very, I would never, something about a social butterfly makes me think of somebody who is like delighted to talk to other people, and you are capable, do it often, but I don't enjoy it. You don't enjoy it.
I am good at it though. I can make small talk with anyone,
but I wouldn't describe you as. I was more described you as like what's not like a butterfly, like a moth, like a beetle, like a roach,
and a social roach.
You're like
a social parasite. Yeah. I just insert myself and don't go away.
You're like a social ringworm.
Yeah. There's an episode of It's Always Sunny where Frank got a ringworm and he called it Jerry, and Charlie got like really jealous because he'd like hang out with his ringworm all the time instead of Charlie. Dude, the fucking latest It's Always Sunny season, they put out an episode yesterday. I watched it. I was like, all right, mid-episode, whatever. Yeah. I'll wait till next week. That was it. The season's only 8 episodes long.
Oh, that was the finale?
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Are they doing another season?
Yeah, they will, but it's like, damn, you're only putting out 8 episode seasons and the fucking finale sucked? Like, damn.
Damn. It's the writer's strike.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. I was just actually making a little joke, but you did, but then, so in addition, this week we both took the autism test.
Yeah, that's a good segue. Me not understanding a joke.
Well, I would say, do you want to say more? I don't actually want to say more about her because in case she becomes a real person, I think I would feel very dirty. I think I would feel ashamed of myself.
I'm not going to say anything bad about her. She's a very, very nice girl.
Yeah, she's a super nice girl. The only thing that
Gay.
She's gay.
She's gay.
She's gay. That's why I'm saying like, oh yeah, tell her I'm gay, but let us be clear that.
What if you become the threat? What if she gets more interested? What if she listens to the podcast and is like, oh,
she's like, damn, that bitch is so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, don't fret. I'm not interested. But
why not?
I just mean, I think it's so funny that Eric is he's on date 2 with a girl.
And this one actually, the last girl I went on more than one date with we went on 3 dates, and that's a girl, the Monster Mini Golf girl.
Yeah.
Who didn't talk
who we all know
3
and
dates.
love. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this girl, so Eric is finally getting some success here. And what is so funny about this is that this girl is gay. She likes women, and she's never been with a man.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. And my question to you is, how the fuck, like, what the fuck?
It feels like shit,
It
honestly,
does feel like shit because
it's like,
why
do I have feminine qualities? Like,
I don't know. I think it's really funny that how many lesbians are interested in you. Have been interested in you.
I've dated like,
you've just like for the folks at home, like, I'm not the first girl to break up with Eric and come out.
I've had long-term relationships, long-term being over like 6 months with 4 different girls, and 3 of them have come out as either like very bi or like gay.
Yeah.
2 turned fully gay. 1 was
bi. She's halfway there.
Yeah.
give her 6 months.
50%. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's incredible. I think that's a good thing about you. I mean, it definitely can't feel good.
It doesn't feel good.
I'm just like actually so in shock.
I just don't know what it is about me that attract bisexual and future gay girls. I honestly,
really don't know what it is.
I don't feel like I'm very feminine, to be honest with you.
Not really at all.
But I'm also not overtly masculine, I guess.
I guess you're just a strong enough but you aren't. I wouldn't describe you as neutral.
Honestly, the thing all these girls had in common was like they thought I was like funny.
Oh, so maybe you just are funny the way that like gay girls are funny. Maybe,
yeah. Maybe like they oversee my hair and penis and are just like, he's funny.
Yeah.
That outweighs the rest of
that outweighs the fact that he's a man.
That outweighs the male part, yeah. No, it's concern. It's becoming something that I'm becoming more acutely aware of.
I mean, I just feel
that's starting to trouble me, honestly.
It's troubling me
because, like, in terms of finding a long-term mate, it's like, can I please just find one fucking straight girl?
I know it's so funny
that's not a fucking numbskull that's attracted to me.
That you really have been trying, and this is the one that likes you.
Can I read a tweet?
Yeah, please, of course.
I'm not going to shout her out. She definitely doesn't listen. She doesn't have any friends that listen, but I don't want to call her out.
No. Who is it? Just like, I don't know. I should just.
Oh fuck! My phone died. Literally just now. Wait, let's see if my photos sync on.
You took a screenshot of it?
Yeah, because it was so fucking funny.
I'm thrilled. I can't wait. Beep 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 beep.
This goes into the numbskull conversation.
Okay. Do you hear that helicopter?
Helicopters be helicoptering.
So true.
Lots of helicopters around here. There's a whole like part of Reddit that's like, why is there a helicopter?
What?
What's going on? Helicopter.
What?
Oh wait, no, it was a tweet, so I can just pull up Twitter on my computer.
Yeah, take your time. Like, no rush at all. For sure, no rush.
Oh, here's her Twitter. Let's see if she deleted it because it was so dumb.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, she didn't delete it.
Yay! Wait, I don't know.
221 views, no likes.
Now that I know it's a girl, I don't want to make fun of it.
She sucks. How do you not know who your vice president is? You don't have to like him. Just at least not be dumb.
Well, is she an American?
Yes.
Maybe
She's a fucking dipshit.
Maybe she was just saying like, you
How
don't
do you
have to
not
like.
know who your vice president is? You don't even have to like him.
Maybe him being the president. Like, you don't have to like the president.
This girl's dumb as shit.
Okay. Well, I don't care. Well,
No, this girl, I'm not going to call her out, but this girl hooked up with me, told me she broke up with her boyfriend and didn't break up with her boyfriend.
wait,
This girl cheated on her
OMG.
boyfriend with me and lied to me about her breaking up with her boyfriend. So I don't feel bad about calling her a dipshit.
Oh my gosh, wait, that's crazy. I didn't
Yeah,
know
no,
this.
she's a real dipshit.
Did she lie beforehand?
Yeah, she was fucking crazy. This girl
Yeah?
like DM me on Twitter out of the blue and started talking to me, and then
Well,
within
maybe
like
she
a
thought
week,
you were funny.
she did. And then within bye also.
Yeah, I bet.
And then within like the week, she's like FaceTiming me multiple times a day. Like I'm hanging out with my friends. It was over summer break, and she's like, "Why aren't you answering me? Why aren't you FaceTiming me?" It's like, bro, you just DM me like a week ago. Like we're not even like a thing.
We're not
or
even
anything.
friends. Yeah.
And she was always telling me about her. She's like, my boyfriend's abusive. Like I hate him so much. And then
Okay.
eventually she's like, I broke up with him. Like let's hang out. And then we hooked up and shit.
Yeah.
And I found out like months later that she never broke up with him.
Damn. You hooked up with her even after you thought she was annoying?
Yes. I was in college. I didn't have personality standards. She fucking sucks. I have like, my mental list of like the most annoying people I've ever met, and she remains top 3.
All right. Well, I've had enough of being mean to women. I've just saw Barbie, so I'm kind of like anti talking shit now.
What do you think about the police brutality scene?
I thought it was tastefully done.
Me too.
That it was reflective of the times.
Ben Shapiro posted, he's like, my producers dragged me to see the Barbie movie, and it was him like next to like the little like Barbie cutout in a theater, like frowning. Like it was so woke, it sucked. Was it woke? Like were they
I didn't think it was that. I mean,
was
like
the woke part just her not being in the kitchen the whole time? Like is that what woke
literally
means now?
like I don't fucking know what they were talking about. Like obviously like it was like making fun of men, but it was making fun of everything. It was just making fun of like
just a silly movie.
It was a silly fucking movie. Like I didn't even really think it was. I didn't even think it was. I think it could have been more woke. It could have been way more like, like I thought it was perfect.
Yeah,
Anyone who was mad
could have
about
been
it,
like, oh, Barbie's gonna transition or something like that. That would be woke.
well, I mean, there's trans Barbies in the movie.
Oh, that's probably what he was talking about then.
Oh, there's only one. I think there's one or two, but like, it's. I mean, they're just They're just part of the movie. It's not like
integral to
like
the plot.
nothing happened. It's just like this movie is woke because there's a gay character. Like it's like there wasn't like it wasn't like I don't even know. Like it didn't even like cross
it's not like
their
shoving
talking
it in your
point.
face. It's just like, oh, this Barbie.
No,
happens
exactly.
To be trans.
It like wasn't.
Which is, there were enough trans people now where if you put 100 people together in a movie cast, a few were probably going to be trans.
That's what I'm saying. Like, which is good. It's like
I wouldn't call
good.
that
You
woke.
shouldn't
I just
even
call
make
that
exactly
basic
like
representation.
Exactly. It shouldn't even be a fucking talking point. It's like, yeah, this percent of the like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't. It was nothing crazy at all. I mean, it was fantastic. It was an awesome movie. And if anything, what people talk about most is Ken. His like character is what everyone's talking about. He was like so funny, and I'm like, what the fuck more do you want? It's a Barbie movie, and we're only talking about Ken. Like,
it'd be really funny if in Oppenheimer he like cut his dick off.
what? If the fuck are you talking about?
Woke Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer gets a sex change.
Okay.
All right, do your thing. You were gonna do a thing.
No, I don't think you should refer to it that way.
Oppenheimer transitions.
Yeah. And that would not be historically accurate.
It would be hilarious. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be historically. It would just be in the middle of the movie, like this straight white man from the 1940s just gets a sex change.
But not even because he's like, nah, I'm still mad. I just feel like it.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
You can, fuck it, whatever.
You don't have to, you can do what
if you want a vagina, you can have a vagina.
It's 1943. You can do what you want.
You can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, I don't think it fucking matters. Like, if you want a vagina, if you're a dude and you want a vagina, go get one.
It'd be really funny if it's completely normal, just like regular Christopher Nolan Oppenheimer. And at one point, like at the 1 hour and 37-minute mark, he's like talking to a guy and he's like, oh, my vagina hurts.
I guess.
I'm menstruating for the first time. So about the bomb.
Nolan is like trying to be supportive of like multiple audiences, but he already finished the script, so he's just trying to rewrite.
It's like dubbed over.
Yeah.
He's talking about like this has the capacity to end humanity. My vagina hurts.
Just going about it the worst way possible. Or
I'm
like
Roberta
no,
Oppenheimer.
I feel like that would just be like him like finishing the movie and then the studios being like,
Make his vagina hurt.
yeah, exactly.
There's a sex scene, right?
Yeah, they fuck, but barely. They really on Twitter they talked a lot about I don't know. I saw all these tweets like, "Oh my fucking Barbie." They barely fucked.
It'd be funny if during the sex scene, just like kind of zooms out there under the blankets, and it's like the normal like, and you just hear him go, "Yes, my vagina."
I can't.
I'm trans, and we're having sex. My vagina.
Honestly,
put your vagina in my vagina.
I feel like
I'm
that
trans.
that is literally like. I feel like that is like a corporate level understanding of what it means to be trans.
Yeah,
like,
no, exactly.
They're like, oh, just make the movie trans. Like, just quick.
Literally, it's like Universal being like, all right, well, if we want to get an Emmy, we have to have one trans person.
Doing the work. I wouldn't be surprised if they did some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Like,
just overdubbed.
yeah. Because
We're scissoring.
that would happen. I feel like they literally
I'm Robert
would.
Oppenheimer, and we're scissoring. I have a vagina.
Anything to not hire a trans like an actual trans actor. Like anything
Unless
but.
they made Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy played a trans girl before.
Oh my God, you're right. Well, I can see it.
Yeah, he's a beautiful. Like he's beautiful.
Yeah, he's beautiful.
So beautiful.
You watch Peaky Blinders?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking. He would like. He's beautiful. He's absolutely beautiful.
Is that a Netflix original?
Oh shit, is it? If it is, that's the one I think is good.
Yeah. If you're a numbskull.
Yeah, if I'm a numbskull, which maybe I am.
All right, let's get to the autism thing.
Okay. So Eric texted me earlier this week. He said, "Uh-oh," because he took the autism test and he got a very, very high score. And then
I passed.
He passed
with flying colors.
And then we discussed, and I said, well, maybe it just has to do with OCD because there's lots of like crossover.
Overlap.
Yeah, there's lots of overlap.
Sure.
And so we were like, maybe I'll take it because I also have OCD, so maybe it'll be, And I took it, and I also passed. But Eric did like 50 points past more than me.
Your score, according to
my score was like. You might.
Yeah, it was like autistic traits, like verge of autistic, and my score was
like no doubt in our minds, like you. Yeah, you got like pretty close to the maximum score.
Yeah,
if I
think
remember
the maximum
correctly.
was like you got 80, I got 130. The maximum was like 150 or so.
Yeah, and you undered yourself as you answered.
Yeah, there was somewhere I was like, ooh, that's something an autistic person would do, so I'd answer no or something.
And you still
and I still got like the 130. I forget what it said. I texted the picture. My phone's dead, but it was like the 130 was like clearly showing autistic traits, most likely somewhere on the spectrum, and then like the high score 150 was like definitely on the spectrum, and I was pretty close to that.
You were pretty fucking
and
close.
You were 80, which is like some autistic traits possibly on the spectrum, but like
I think mine
not.
I think mine come from. But I had a few questions, so I think the test. I don't think it's a very good test at all, if I'm going to be honest with you. And I screenshotted a few questions that I thought we could discuss because I don't think. Hello.
Sorry.
Are you listening to me at all?
I pulled up my messages to find the thing, and I got a weird message. So I'm.
Oh, from who?
From that girl.
What did she say? Dare you say?
Should I say?
Well, I don't know. How bad is it?
It's pretty bad.
Probably not then. But
I'll say it.
Okay, but we might cut it out just for privacy
This girl
reasons.
has no social media, right? She deleted her Instagram, Twitter. She's like, I don't want to do social media
How long ago
anymore.
did she do that?
I'm not sure. But she
Okay.
texted me, do you have a Snapchat? If I were 15, I would be so excited right now. Oh my God, a girl got my Snapchat.
She doesn't, I mean, but no.
Unfortunately, I'm 24 years old and I don't want to send pictures
Over Snapchat. Well, she
back
should
and
just
forth.
get like an Instagram because, okay, I guess it's not that. Whatever. I'm not going to talk shit because I'm like, if this is somebody in your life, like, I'm the worst. I have to be the nicest. Like,
Yeah, no. Well, hopefully, I just won't make her listen to this up. I
won't make
If
her
you're
listen.
over the age of 18 and continuously like, you can use Snapchat like sometimes I'll see something funny, I'll send it like me and my friend like
Yeah,
home friends
yeah,
have
yeah,
a
of
Snapchat
course.
group channel. I'll
Especially
send
if it's
it
like
in.
snap memories,
Like
I'll send a few.
But if you are trying to like keep a streak, it's like, oh, I can't break my Snapchat streak. You know, when I broke,
You should kill
wanna hear
yourself.
something pathetic?
Yeah.
When I was 17, I went into into like the mental ward after I tried to off myself. The first thing that came to my mind, which was like a big reflection moment for me when I was staring at the wall for 8 hours a day,
Yeah.
was I texted my good friend Jeremy and I was like, here's my
Love you,
Snapchat
Jeremy.
here's my Snapchat login. Keep my streaks alive.
That is so
And then
funny.
as soon as I got out, I just deleted Snapchat. I was like, that was so fucking
funny.
ridiculous.
Like, that is so true and funny that you were like, you didn't even want to keep yourself alive, but you wanted to keep your streaks alive.
I need to keep the imaginary number alive.
Like-
Yes. I need to have the 3 fire emojis next to Noah Shapiro's name on Snapchat. It wasn't like, it was just like guys that I like talk to like once a year.
That's so
And it was
funny.
just like once or twice a day we'd send each other like pictures of us like,
Aw, that's sweet. You just wanted to keep your little boyfriends in your phone.
it was just about the numbers. It was just about like getting all the emojis. And I remember guys on
like a
Snapchat back
game.
then be bragging like, yo, me and Herman got a 500-day Snapchat streak. James understands that.
It's like, whatever. Me and Herman have a 600-day Snapchat streak.
It's just
The
like,
fuck?
oh, we got the 3 fire emojis for our streak is so hot.
And you were
We've
like,
sent each
fuck, I only have the 2 fire. I'm going to kill myself.
We've sent each other pictures of ourselves once a day for 600 days in a row. Let me flex. I'm going to put this on my LinkedIn.
Yeah, no comment from me. That's really funny, though. Okay, so I screenshotted a few questions because I thought they were very... Yeah, so fuck, now I got to restart my whole thought because... So I don't know how accurate our answers are because about some of these questions that I'm really unsure about. And I screenshotted them because I thought we could discuss. And so, starting off strong, number 3 on the test is, I am often surprised when others tell me I have been rude. And I'm just not sure about this question because it's like, are you saying that I don't know when what I say is rude? Because sometimes I know it's rude, but I'm saying it because it's rude. Like,
that's not what it's asking.
Okay. And sometimes I am surprised, but I think I have a right to be surprised because of how everybody else has acted.
It's when you say something like unintentionally rude.
But
in your mind, but other people construe it as such.
Okay. But I'm like, it says true only now and when I was young, but it's like, what if it only happens like once or 3 times a year where I say something and then I remember, and then I'm like, okay, that's a no good thing to say. I won't say that anymore.
I think that's like 1 or 3 times a year.
I said for all of these, I did like the no.
Okay.
Okay, so then this came up twice, and I thought this was a fucking stupid question. It says, I have a hard time figuring out what some phrases mean, like, you are the apple of my eye. But, like, I know exactly what that phrase means. That's not confusing to me. That has never been confusing to me.
I know what that means, too.
And I'm like, so what would be another phrase like that? Because I already know what that phrase means.
Wear your heart on your sleeve.
I know, but that was the other one. And I'm like, well, I know what that means. Like, I know what that phrase means. So I've never been confused by that, but I don't know what you're asking.
And I put no for that too, and I still got a fucking high ass score.
I put a no for that too, also. And then this one, here's another question 10. I always notice how food feels in my mouth. This is more important to me than how it tastes. What if it's equally as important? Because I think it's equally as important, texture and taste. And there wasn't an option for that. What about you? What do you think about? How did you answer that question?
The food that's a pretty, for me, like texture, like define, like
defines the food.
I eat unripe fruit because I don't like a soft texture on my mouth. I like the crunch.
The crunch.
And shit.
Yeah. Okay. So I think you're more. I think you're a little more than me on that. So I'm saying it's about equal. If the texture is bad but the flavor is good, I don't care. Like, I can't eat it if the texture is bad.
Yeah. No,
like
I agree.
Boba or like certain like cranberry pudding, anything that's like the
Soft.
consistency of anything that would be in my body, like an intestine or phlegm.
Yeah, like
anything
jelly,
like that. Yeah, I can't have because then I feel like I'm eating my body while it still exists.
I feel you.
Yeah. So that one, I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
Others consider me odd or different. That was another one. And I just think this one is a little bit silly because if I truly, they could consider me odd or different if I act, but I would just simply not act that way. What do you think?
Even when I try to be like normal, my go-to, like At work, I'm like, all right, I'm going to be a cool, normal guy.
Oh,
And
you try to be normal at work?
Yeah, and people tell me at work, like, oh, you're like super weird. But they like me, like they
Oh
think
no,
I'm
you're
funny.
very yeah. You're endearing.
But they're always like, oh yeah, Eric's like the weird one.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like for you, I was wondering what you put for that. Because you are conventionally, you can be cool and fun. Like you are normal. You are a frat president. So did you put that as never
But
true?
I was still never normal at that point.
No,
Like,
you're
I was
always
like,
weird.
Yeah.
You're always the weird
but
one.
not
for
weird
sure.
in like a, oh, stay away. Like
Yeah,
weird as in like a
like you're still funny,
yeah.
and they're just like, oh, Eric,
Yeah,
he's
no,
doing a bit.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how
Yeah.
I pass it off. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I was curious what you said for that one. Okay. So this one I thought was kind of a good question, and I was actually curious about what you said. So this one was, I keep my thoughts stacked in my memory like they are on filing cards, and I pick out the ones I need by looking through the stack and finding the right one. Or another unique way. And that threw me off because what is the normal way? What is the normal?
I said no to that because that's not something I feel like I experience. Like
No,
I just have
that's-
memories like a normal person. I don't know.
So what? So when you're looking for a memory in your head, how does it look visually?
It doesn't. I don't visualize that.
Oh. Okay, so this question made a lot of sense to me.
Okay.
And but mine aren't in a stack, and I guess I was wondering how, if you had to make with clay a model of your memories, could you?
Yeah, I'd model it after the Snapchat memories model.
Okay, so mine look like a roll of tape if you stretch it all the way out. But it's unrolled, and the waves and bumps are based on vibes.
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't visualize.
So cool.
I don't visualize.
Okay,
that.
cool. And then when I'm looking for a memory, I have to run on the tape like this.
I like that.
And I get to the, like a film strip. It's like a film strip.
Well, it's because you're a photographer. You dropped off film before you came
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
But I feel like that says I'm saying like no to all of these, like normal answers for all of these, and I still.
Who the fuck?
Oh, Alicia's got a text from some.
From
She's not used to texting. Maybe.
I'm not used to
Who is that?
not used to this.
Who is this?
I don't know. I don't know. I just did the highlight feed breakfast. Can you correct that for me? And thank you. And take outside. It just says Nick wedding.
Nick? Did you meet a Nick at a wedding?
I've only been to 2 weddings in my life, and they were both horrible.
Do you have any previous texts with Nick?
No. It just says on the fracture repair, comma, I just did, comma, I forgot the highlight feed breakfast. Can you correct that for me? Thank you. And take outside.
It's definitely like a wrong.
It's a wrong number.
Like you
I
met
just
that
don't
guy
know-
at one point in your life, and he saved your number, and
But the 2 weddings I've been to, I don't understand this at all, because I went to one wedding when I was like 16, and then I went to another wedding and I was working it. I was babysitting.
well, you met a Nick, and you left quite the impression on him.
I don't know, but that threw me off.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. What the fuck was I talking about?
Autism.
Oh, about how the way my memories are stacked?
Yeah.
What were we saying about that?
I was saying that's weird that I answered like no to all of these, and I still got such a high score.
Well, I answered no to all of these as well.
Okay.
And I got low. I still got lower than you, but I answered no to these because I didn't want to overcompensate. But these were things
Yeah.
I was like, because I was like, okay, I think I know what you're asking. Mm-hmm. Except for this memory ones. I said yes to that because but I didn't. I actually said no to that because I was like, well,
It's not cards. It's
I was
tape.
like, well, no, I don't have my memory stacked in cards. I have them stacked the normal way along a strip.
Well, apparently that's not autistic.
Did you ever read this book when you were little? It was called A Mango-Shaped Space. And it was about a girl who had the thing, synesthesia.
Yeah.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
Did it leave an impression on you?
I don't remember, but I do remember reading it.
So how do you know if you read it if you don't remember doing it?
I just remember reading it. I don't remember the contents or whatever.
Okay, well, whatever. There was a chapter in that book where she goes to the doctor and they ask her how she interprets time, like how she sees the calendar in her head. And she said she saw it like a Ferris wheel.
Okay.
And I was
Was
like,
she autistic?
no.
Obviously not, because it wasn't stacked like memory
Well, it wasn't
cards.
stacked like memory cards, but she said she saw it as like a Ferris wheel and everyone looked at her weird. And I was like, well, I feel like that's a pretty good description.
Yeah.
How do you see time in your head?
I don't visualize
What?
it. I don't visualize time in my head.
What about when you're like, okay, I have 2 weeks coming up, and you're in your head and you're thinking about all the things you have to do for the next 2 weeks? Is it?
I think I have each like day in my head, like what I normally do for that day, and then if there's something I don't
like a routine, like a Monday, Tuesday,
like a
Wednesday
routine thing, and then if something goes outside the routine, then I know it like weeks in advance.
Oh, so it's all, each day is already memorized in the same.
Each day,
and
once
then,
I develop a routine, each day
and
is
then
like
the
varied.
days that are out of the routine are then flagged and highlighted.
Yeah,
in the
which
distance.
is why I'm good at like remembering shit that I have to do,
because you know the routine
like,
is going to change.
I think about it like weeks in advance. Like, okay, this day's not going to be like normal Wednesday because I have this coming up or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious because these aren't things that I think of until somebody's like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a freak are you?
Yeah,
I realize
everyone just visualizes shit. I mean,
that's what I was also going to say. Like, how else would you think of memories if not stacked cards? Like, I don't understand. Like, but sure, you store in some kind of archive in your brain all of your thoughts and memories and feelings, and that's who you are as a person.
Maybe there's like an archetype for people who like do like seriously have autism.
Yeah.
The way that they typically process memories and stuff. Maybe they all fit within that one kind
of.
of
I don't know. I just feel like maybe this I just think maybe this free online test from many years ago could be a little better.
Yeah, no, listen, I don't think I'm autistic, and I got a super high fucking score.
I do think you're autistic.
Leave a comment on Good Terms Instagram. Is Eric autistic? I'm genuinely curious about your thoughts.
Like, I mean,
because Elise has told me I'm autistic. I called my mom a few times being like, am I autistic? And she's like, no.
But only we're saying all this because Eric's mom is
she's not like she just like helps special. She's like an assistant teacher.
Oh.
She's not like a
but
psychiatrist.
I still feel, yeah, no, true.
But
true,
I did
true.
go to, I went to the...
Eric went to the special doctor to teach him how to do buttons.
Buttons and zippers and shit like that.
But that's just fine motor skills. That's not necessarily...
Yeah. Still a little weird though, right?
I mean, no, I do think you are artistic, and I'm not joking about that at all.
Leave a comment. I'll do an Insta. I hope you guys have been appreciating my Instagram stories.
I wouldn't be I guess not that I'm like projecting one way or the other. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like, it would not faze me at all.
I don't feel autistic. Because I'm like good socially. Like,
well, I don't think anybody I mean, maybe they do. I don't know. But it's also, you know how like girls. Okay, well, this furthers the lesbian theory about why lesbians like you. So you know how girls, it takes a long time in life for them to get diagnosed with autism and ADHD.
Sure.
I think maybe you're kind of like girls in that way, where you have autism, but you have kind of the girl version. So people are kind of like, oh no, he's just,
odd.
He's just odd.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like special interests, dedication to a routine, textures, touching your body and inside of your mouth.
Yeah, that shit's where it fucking pops off.
Yeah, that's where it pops off.
I do like, I'll spend like 10 minutes like trying to like even out things in my like mouth. Like if I feel a weird way in one side, I thought that was OCD though, so I don't know.
No, that is OCD. But that's the thing. Like, there's such a strong crossover.
There's a big overlap. Yeah,
because I do the same thing.
I got such
if
a high
I start
score.
to get dirty on one side of my body, metaphorically dirty, of course, I feel ill and unbalanced until the other side of me is equally dirty.
Me too.
And I have to. But it's so hard because I'm like, well, I don't know what makes me dirty until after I'm already dirty, which sucks. I mean, I've developed a few rules that I can follow. You know how when people. You know what I was thinking about? I was listening to a song. What?
Is that empty?
It's not empty. Do you want to try it? I'm just... Another thing about having OCD, which is so awesome, is you know how it's like having OCD and then being on medication and going to therapy and like working on myself. It's like your mind is playing tricks on you, but you are in on the joke. Like, I know it's so ridiculous, but I can't help but do it anyway. Like, even as the one half of my body gets dirty, I'm like, ugh, Here I go again, you silly old fool.
Yeah, I mean, that's
You
part of it.
silly chap.
You know it's happening all the time. You just can't.
I can't not.
It's just part of your system.
No, exactly. Like I know the rules. I just can't follow them anymore. I'm too lazy.
Can I change the subject for a second?
Oh, please, for the love of God.
What do you guys want to see content-wise? Do you want more clips? Do you want sillier Instagram stories?
I like your Instagram stories. They're pretty silly.
I'm following the same template.
You should do even more. Like, remember, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna repost your old. Have some. I'm gonna repost your old private stories because they were pretty funny.
Oh, like during the COVID era?
Yeah, those made me giggle.
That was when I was drinking a shit ton.
Yeah, that's when you were full. That's when you had a problem.
Yeah, but they were funny.
But it was pretty funny because like after 9 p.m. I could count on you to say something weird.
Yeah, you should. I didn't save any of those, so I'd love to see some of them. Yeah, you should post those. Post one tonight. That'd be funny.
Yeah, no, I will.
All right. You got anything else? We're at 45 right now, so.
Oh, bet.
Making good time.
I have nothing else I think I've said too much.
All right. Well, folks,
we did it again. Oh, wait, I feel like I didn't shout out anybody this episode. I just feel sad. I feel like I've abandoned everyone.
Well, this is your time. Shout them out before we close out.
To all of my closest friends, I love you all. To Aubrey, who is finally reading the book I gave her, I'm so delighted you're reading this book. It's really strengthening our friendship. Sydney, I love you. Emmy, I love you. Taylor, I love you. Bean Boy, I also love you.
I don't think Bean Boy listens.
Bean Boy, you fucking slut. Who else listens?
Jimmy listens.
Jimmy, I don't call you that. You're not Jimmy.
James. I think David listens.
Hey, David.
Josh Schwartz listens.
Josh Schwartz. Oh, Josh. Oh, Josh, I love you. I'm so sorry I did not answer your text. I really am so sorry about that. I'll do it soon. Okay, who else? Let's name all of our listeners.
I think you did.
I think I did, and I love each and every one of you. And I can't wait to...
We get like 8 to 10 plays per episode, and I'm so amazed that 8 to 10 people are willing to listen to us.
Me fucking too. I'm delighted.
Blabber for 3/4 of an hour.
I know. I love each and every one of you. I hope you know that.
I really do appreciate it. Like, you got to be a little mentally fucked to want to listen to us for an hour.
But you have to be mentally fucked to be one of our friends. Don't you think?
Yeah, so they go hand in hand there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I love you fuckers.
All right. Mwah! Cool, guys. All right. We'll see you next week. Maybe next week might be our last. Elise is going to...
I'm going abroad.
Well, I think you're going abroad the 11th, right?
Yeah.
So we should do like 2 more weeks.
We have 2 more weeks of standard scheduled programming.
And then I'm going to do a few solo dolos, I think.
A few? Why don't we do one special episode?
We'll film. Let's like figure out something like special beforehand, like with content, so we don't talk for an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably do like 1 or 3 or something.
3? I'm going away for 3 weeks.
I'll do 2. I'll do 2 solo dolo episodes.
Okay, just don't fucking...
With no filter at all.
No, please.
And I'm going to say everything that you've stricken from the record.
Actually, please don't do that. My pits are sweating right now. Please don't do that.
I won't.
My name is attached to this.
I am just going to talk. No one's going to listen to those episodes. It's just going to be probably my friends. All the way in the dirty land, Palestine.
Yeah. All the way there.
The unholy land.
Where I'm staying is one of the holiest Jewish sites. I hope you know.
Wrong side. Yeah, so look forward to those in a few weeks. Send me any topics you want me to cover. Anything.
Send me anything.
Send me anything, and I will talk about it. I want to get a guest on, maybe.
Emmy, come on, before you go to the Big Apple.
Whoops. But without you, though, just me and Emmy.
Honestly, that would be really fucking funny.
That would be hilarious. Listen, I'm telling you, I can make conversation with anyone.
Well, and so can Emmy. Actually, you and Emmy should do a solo episode. That would be great.
I'll have her over for one. That'd be fun.
Okay, that would be good. Okay, perfect. Emmy's hired.
All right. Peace out, folks. Thank you guys for listening. Appreciate it.
Love you.
Bye.